Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day!
Cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the bayou city streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and Go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the bayou city streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the bayou city streets meet the country roads. Where the bayou city streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Oh yeah, it's Wednesday night, it's Hump Day. Welcome to the show. This is Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou right here on Tiki Man Radio. Our show is brought to you by Goaltending Services at GTS Charters in Key West, Florida. They're also the sponsor of our live cam here each and every Wednesday night. When you're down in Key West and you've checked out everything there is to see on Duval Street, make sure you see what there is to check out on the water, because Key West is beautiful out there. And no better people to do it with than Monty and Gypsy at GTS Charters. But make sure you check out that Outfitter store before you get out there, because they have everything that you need, from your snacks, your beverages, your souvenirs, and maybe a few other little things you could use while you're on the water.
Everything from coffee to condoms.
That's what they say. So they got it all.
That is what they told me.
Okay. Mind you, there's not very much privacy on the boat. So we'll just go with that.
Yeah.
But give them a call at 305-916-0990. And, of course, JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. When planning your next getaway, whether it be a group travel, destination wedding, you want to take a cruise, you want to go to an all-inclusive resort, you want to have a destination wedding, well, give JBL Travel Group a call at 732-831-5200. We are broadcasting live on Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, and also the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of that GTS Charters live cam. Well, you've already heard her. She's already mentioned in Compton, so here we go. Lord Lou's in the house. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You are in rare form already. And no, it is you that ran the show off the road 10 seconds in.
Well,
so
I was going to say, are they flavored?
It's all you. Nah, we ain't going there. We're not going to go there.
Michelle just said, "What did you say, Lou?"
Uncle Alex is back.
Howdy, welcome to the show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, of course, he finally made it back from Costa Rica, and he got a little. We could tell he got a little bit of sun,
A little color, yeah.
a little bit. So He's a little
Had a blast.
browner than normal.
Had a
Right.
blast.
Got a good tan going.
Yeah.
And there were stories. If you missed the Sunday show, you need to go back and watch the replay because
There's
there
more
were
stories.
there were stories and
More
stories to be
stories.
told, and I'm understanding that there's some we haven't even heard yet. So stay tuned this week because I'm sure Danny Lynn will get into the rest of them. But in the meantime, let's say hello to some folks.
All right. So, want to give a big shout out to the ambassador.
Hello.
Miss Michelle is out there. Hello to you and the bodyguard. Also, need to give a shout out to Ed and Felicia Kubiak
Well, hello.
up north.
A couple of those conductors on that peace train right here on Tiki Man Radio every Monday night.
Yeah.
That's right. And Donna Cummings, hello to you.
Well, hello to you and Boat and Bob and the Panther.
That's right.
And he caught the big fish on our boat.
Did he?
Yeah, he got a big Spanish mackerel.
Yeah.
Well, Donna said a lot of those stories are at her expense.
Oh, yeah. I have pictures she hasn't
Oh, there are
seen yet.
pictures. There are pictures.
Uh-oh, Donna.
Let's
They
just
haven't
say.
been posted.
Let's just say. Do you remember a couple of years back when Shy Patty kind of decided she was going to take a siesta in the middle of a party?
Oh, yeah, you never do that.
Well, Donna did.
Oh,
Let's just leave it at that.
To be continued.
well, she's got a question for us, so
Oh, yeah.
she hasn't said what the question is
We'll
yet.
let you know.
I may or may not be able to answer that question based on confidentiality and to protect the innocent.
Exactly.
Well, the ambassador said her boyfriend and her had walks through the rainforest together.
Yes. And she took all the mosquitoes off my back.
Yeah.
Or did she just walk behind you beating you the whole time?
Well, either way, it was a
Which of course I heard the story. The story was that they found a place called the Monkey Bar.
Yes.
That the ambassador and the hippie chick and Uncle Alex
It's a mile each way.
walked through the Amazon forest
It's so freaking cool.
to get to, battling all the mosquitoes.
Well, that was a shortcut. Didn't
And
I
that
take
was,
the shortcut?
but Danny Lynn's like, yeah, hell with that, because if you walk straight out to the beach, walk right down to the beach, you could walk right up to it, and I didn't have to deal with no mosquitoes. So
I was the guinea pig.
they battled the rainforest,
7
and Danny
o'clock in the
Lynn's like,
morning.
I don't think so.
Danny went at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Yes.
Well, Donna says, hey, Uncle Alex, I've got photos of you as well.
I know, she got me sleeping. And she got me sleeping. There's a live band over here, then I'm falling asleep, and then there's another live stage back there, and
Never let them catch. Never let them
She
catch you
got me.
sleeping.
She got me.
Never let them catch you
Absolutely.
sleeping.
Well, Mo says what happens in Costa Rica stays in Costa Rica.
Oh no, it didn't.
Oh, Lord. And CMSM is out there, Country Music Social Media. Hello to
Hello,
you.
and we were chatting, and
He's in Spain.
they are in Spain.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
They're in Spain. Let me see. Hold on. He told me the place, and I just... Lanaz wrote... I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, that place.
That place.
Okay. They're in Spain.
They're in Spain.
Yeah, we were talking. He was asking me, where I had been in Spain, and I said I was in Malaga, and which back then,
From what he remembers.
back then, I don't know if it's still the same, but back then, being in Malaga, Spain, at the time we were in Malaga, Spain, was kind of like being at Daytona Beach during spring break. All the Spanish girls were on holiday.
He remembers
So,
that part.
I do remember that.
That's kind of
I remember that very well. And of course, then Rhoda. So,
Yeah.
but it was the first time I'd ever had a beer in a McDonald's. So I was just ecstatic. And I told him
bet you were.
also we did get inebriated in a British bar in Spain. So
Oh.
yeah, that was where I discovered the lethality of a drink called a B-52.
Oh, I remember those.
A flaming B-52.
Yeah.
And let me say, I went down in flames because I got the bomb.
I bet you did.
It was the first.
Memories.
It was the first time in my life It was the first time in my life was drunk by noon, sober, and able to get drunk again before heading back to the boat. So it was kind of cool.
That's so fun.
Can't do that again.
No.
Well, Mr. Mark Mulch says, hope y'all are buffing it again tonight.
We are buffing it.
We are buffing it. Mark, we love that song.
Yes, yes.
And the pictures that you've been posting are fabulous. I never made the connection, but you look a lot like Jimmy Buffett back in the day. Just saying.
I think we need to talk about maybe an illegitimate child somewhere along the lines. Long lost relative, a brother from another mother. Who knows? Something.
Grab one of those hair locks.
Right?
We need DNA.
And Z is out there tonight. He says he's working late in the salon, and he's got tropical country on for the radio for his clients to hear.
Well, hello to everybody there in the shop.
Hello, everybody, and our apologies in advance.
Yes, we do apologize because if he hadn't told you, we are very much an unscripted show that runs off the rails each and every Wednesday night.
We're not responsible.
Right.
We're not responsible.
Right.
And our opinions does not reflect those of Tiki Man Radio.
Or
Any other disclaimers we need to say?
No, I think we're good for right at the moment. I'll think well, I guess I should. Lord, I apologize to me and them pygmies down in New Guinea.
Right. Also want to give a big shout out to Callie McCool.
Hey, of course, that is Mr. McCool and the student crew, and they got just their school years and winding down.
It is. He said the next show is going to be one of the best. He has a special guest. Mr. J.R. Wilson will be in the studio, former Army paratrooper, Special Forces, now commander of the local VFW and founder of the Delta Veterans Group.
Oh, very nice.
So that is really, really cool.
You know what's even cooler?
What?
I can listen in for once in a.
That's right. You're off this week.
I am off, and on Monday I can listen to it. Yeah,
That's right.
I am excited.
He is down to the last couple days.
he's on Tuesday, not Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he on Tuesday?
On Tuesday. Well,
You
yeah.
said Monday. I can
okay,
listen.
I can listen to on Tuesday too.
You're all right.
Yeah.
He can listen to both.
It's official. Tomorrow is my last day, and we have a very, very special training day that we got to do.
Include donuts.
No, but it does include Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow.
They told us they'd give us Chick-fil-A just to get us to come. So, and you know, sometimes
Say something.
you're struggling when it's your last day of the year, and you're trying to figure out training exercises to do. So then they go, okay, tomorrow's training is going to be called Duck, Dodge, and Cover. Okay, sounds like it could be important in my line of work. So we're playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
So
A bunch of grown men.
bunch of grown men playing dodgeball. That is what. Well, we got ladies
They made
too.
a movie out of it.
We got ladies too. So yes.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, hey.
So we are going to test our cat-like reflexes
No
playing
mercy.
dodgeball.
No
tomorrow.
mercy.
That's right.
You know what the sad part
Some
is?
bruises.
Right.
Is I get paid to go do it.
Listen, you can sit at my desk. I'll go play dodgeball. That used to be my favorite game.
I could be
Dodgeball and kickball.
I could probably be a professional dodgeball player and get paid to do it.
You could. There you go. Well, big shout out to Mo. If she can hear me, she is tuned in but doesn't have the volume up. She's at her granddaughter's 8th grade promotion.
Well,
man.
we can just wave.
That's right.
Hi.
And today is Ann Weehunt's birthday.
Yes,
Yes.
happy birthday to Ann.
Happy birthday to
To
you.
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ann.
Happy birthday to you. I'll play a real one later.
Oh, look at that. I had background singers tonight. I like it.
I've had a couple.
Yeah, I know.
You know, again, I'm telling myself, but it's a good thing when you finish up the work day and when the guys say, you want to go get Mexican, which is code for want to go have some beer.
Right.
So we leave work, we
He
went and
was
had beer.
pre-gaming.
I was pre-gaming tonight, so
Show prep.
that's right.
And if everybody would, if
What
you would
could
hit that thumbs up.
Possibly go wrong.
Right.
Yes, thumbs up.
If you could hit the thumbs up if you're on the YouTube. And if you are not, welcome to you as well. And it is Country Music Social Media. Ken, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It is his wife Julie's birthday.
Well, okay.
Now we got to do the real one.
We got to do the real one since we got ladies who have a birthday. This one goes out to you, ladies.
Hi there. My name is Kevin Bacon. And I'm sure you're wondering, what does Kevin Bacon want? Well, sweetheart, let me tell you. What I want is for you to have a good birthday. Get your feet loose, stop your hooves, celebrate it every way. Yeah. Everybody's grinning from ear to ear. They're singing your name, that's what I want to hear. 'Cause it's true. This day is all about you. This day is all about you. And I can guarantee we are gonna drop down from 6 to 1 degree. It's your birthday, one thing is clear. You get better and better every single year, and it's true. This day is all about you. This day is all about you. Hey!
Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday, Julie, and happy birthday to everyone else out there.
Yeah,
And I didn't even look to see who else's it was. I got too excited about Julie and Ann.
well, that goes out to everybody.
That's right. Happy birthday, everybody. The lovely Larissa's out there. Hello to you.
Hello, Larice.
And do you know that tomorrow is the Panther turns 2?
Really?
Yes. So happy
Wow,
birthday to
happy
the Panther.
birthday to the Panther.
And so,
I have a birthday for the Panther.
oh, you do?
I have a special one for the Panther.
Oh,
Not really a special one, but I don't play one very often.
no.
'Cause, you know, Panther's like one of the kids.
Right.
So I got
true.
one for the kids.
Today is brought to you by the letter B and a whole lot of wishes.
Hiya! Me, Cookie Monster, and me here, it's very important day. It's your birthday. A very special treat.
At least it's not Bernie.
Right.
No, it's cookies.
Cookie.
Wait a minute. Me have to sing you super special birthday song.
Here it is.
Music. B is for birthday, that's good enough for me. B is for birthday, that's good enough for me. Today's your birthday, and birthday starts with B. Happy birthday to you from me. That's right.
There you go.
So happy birthday.
Happy
to the
birthday
Panther.
to the Panthers. That will go down in the record books right there.
That's the first for me.
Well, Larissa says hi, Laura Lou and B-Dawg, and hey, Uncle Alex.
Hey. Had a great time in the Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, according to the travel legend.
Oh, I say Costa.
I say Costa too,
There
but
is no A.
there is no A in it, so it's Costa.
And Josh is out there tonight.
Hey, Josh.
Hello to you.
Been missing you, buddy.
And I saw that you and your lovely wife
They've been doing a lot
had
of hiking.
so much fun. Yeah, it looks like that you guys have been having a blast.
Yeah. We understand why we haven't heard from you. You haven't called, haven't wrote,
He doesn't love us anymore.
doesn't come visit anymore.
I know.
Well, he's got his teenager.
Yeah, right. We did drive by your exit the other night, though.
We did.
But we were on a time schedule and couldn't stop.
we
But we
drove
waited.
by, and I'm like, I think that's their exit. They live around in here someplace.
He
As
used to
we
live
kept
on
on
exit
trucking
35.
northbound to Nashville.
Yeah.
I don't know if we weren't exactly going north. We were going west, but you know what I mean.
West, northwest, somewhere in there.
Yeah. We're going in that their direction.
That's right. It has been a while, Josh, but we understand. Y'all been busy doing family things. That's important.
Yeah, if you aren't doing anything, we're going to be wandering around aimlessly in Nashville next week.
That's right. Anybody who is bored next week, we're going to be wandering around CMA Fest. It is free. The outdoor stages
The
are
outdoor
free.
stages.
So we're going to be wandering around the streets of Nashville, and
Taking video and saying hi.
that's right. Everybody's welcome. Nashville's a big town. You can come join us.
I'll be dog sitting.
Only 3 days.
And we appreciate you for it.
And we love you for it, yeah. But yeah, so feel free. If you want to drive over, Uncle Alex, you can come on over.
Yeah, I'll bring Daggett with me.
Oh, Lord. Poor
I
Daggett.
got my service animal.
Yeah, put his vest on.
I don't know if he
He'll
can
be
handle that much anxiety. I can barely handle that much anxiety.
I'll put him in a cart.
right. You'd have to, because he wouldn't move.
I have a wagon, yeah.
Oh, that's a picture.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I actually
I got one for the Frenchie, too. I got a small little
do you. That's right.
beach wagon.
Did you tell anybody else?
No, no.
Your
no.
news?
No, they didn't post it on Facebook, but I
Okay.
did get a new Frenchie,
It's a new puppy,
a blue merle.
and it's so cute.
And it doesn't have a name right now because he's waiting for the name to come to
They
it.
called it Blue, and he's a blue merle, and he's only 6 months old. So I was thinking Merlin, and I'm like, it's just not working.
Nah, blue doesn't work.
Frenchie 2.0, and I'm like, no. I was like, something's got to give.
Dot?
No,
No.
no, it's got a nice pattern, but it has no dots.
Freckles.
There you go. I'm telling you,
Who
his,
knows?
I was gonna say star because no.
It'll come
Oh yeah, his
It'll come
ears
to him.
are as big as his body. It is so
Got the
cute.
big bad ears and the
Yep.
Yes.
big tail.
All right.
So
It's
cute.
AKC, so I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Well, congratulations on that. Who else we got? Is that it?
Think for now that might be it.
All right.
Maybe.
All right. Well, that means we need to get the show rolling. I didn't get a new JBL Travel Minute tonight because the Tiki Man never sent me one. So
Are we sure? Did it get buried in our?
I looked in my email and I checked it and I didn't get it. So I got one I'm going to play from the past archives
Okay, fine.
because it's always good to be reminded of the things that Joe says.
For real.
So sometimes it helps to go back into those archives. So we will be doing that tonight. But before that, sometimes we just need to stand our ground and draw a line in the sand.
All those tomorrows that became those yesterdays. Wrong turns I couldn't help but take. All those false promises and make it come what may. Turns out I was only half awake. All those excuses and the lies I told myself, hiding behind the tones of gray. Now I've decided to leave doubt upon the shelf and let what once consumed me fade away. Now I found melody in the chaos, and I found color in the black. I found my way 'cause I couldn't stay lost. So this is my line, this is my line in the sand. My line in the sand. I saw a tunnel looking on this open road. Something to make it all make sense. Now I'm singing everything before it overflows. Some call it therapy or self-defense. Now I found melody in the chaos, and I found color in the black. Oh yeah, yeah. I found my way 'cause I couldn't stay lost. So this is my life. This is my life. And I found color in the plan. I found my way 'cause I couldn't stay lost. So this is my lining. This is my lining to say. My lining to say.
Hey y'all, this is Gina and David with Z&G Patio in Memphis, Tennessee, and we love listening to Tropical Country on Wednesday night with B-Dawg and Lou. Yeehaw!
We've been making memories, but they all look the same. Starting out drinking, somehow we end up screaming. And I'm so sick and tired, aren't you done with it all? I'm so broken down, I can't seem to stop the fall. But I'm holding on to every word you promised me you'd never leave. And I'm staring at your photographs. This may be the last goodbye. This may be the last goodbye. Yes, I never understood you wanted love like Hollywood. But those little laughs with all your friends were always at my expense. Yeah. And I was so naive, I let you walk all over me. And I can't take no more. It's time for you to let me be. Oh, but I'm holding on to every word you promised me you'd never leave. And I'm staring at your photographs. Guess this is the last goodbye. Yes, this is the last goodbye. I wish that I could stop this feeling. Wish that I could stop my bleeding. Wish that I could stop myself. I'm never coming back to you. So I'm not holding on to every word you promised me you'd never leave. And I'm tearing up our photographs. This must be the last goodbye. Yeah, yeah. This must be the last goodbye. This must be the last goodbye. Yeah, it's gotta be the last goodbye.
The Last Goodbye, and that is called Loops is the name of the artist. And before that, we had Line in the Sand, which is Tristan Hutton. And that was one of our recommendations from our good friends at
CMSM.
CMSM, yes. You know, sometimes I get tongue-tied and my ADHD brain goes,
No.
no.
Yeah, those were two really cool songs.
Yeah, a little upbeat side of the show with
Yeah.
get a little bit of blood pumping.
That's right. Well, want to say hello to Moni. She has tuned in.
Well, hello to Moni and
Tom.
Vacuum Cleaner Tom.
That's right. Well, they said that Verona has a viral infection. She's not feeling very well. So
Didn't she get sick on the trip as well?
Last day and a half, and we believe she got food poisoning.
Oh no!
She had a Caesars at El Coco Island.
Oh, not at the resort.
Not at the resort.
Off site.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I brought my own drinks. Everybody else had cervezas, and she had a Caesar. So nobody knows how long that can was on the shelf.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
And they shared fries. So.
See what happens when you live dangerously.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, definitely let her
Somebody-
know that we're thinking about her, Moni.
Sometimes it comes back and bites you.
Heather was playing nurse.
Oh, poor Verona. Also want to give a big shout out to Daniel James. He is out there tonight, so hello to you.
Hey.
And also Gypsy Travels. Hello to you,
Gypsy.
my dear.
Hey, how's the weather down there?
Right.
I bet you it's starting to heat up down there.
You know what?
It's 90 something in Boca. And 100
was gonna say.
degrees, feel like. It's not fun. My pool's evaporating. I got a notice from my pool guy.
Oh, no.
You need to add water.
Well, I guess they said, I saw somebody post today from down around there, the warning signs of like heat exhaustion and heat stroke and all of that. I was like, good Lord.
Yes.
And don't you know, for us, here it has been relatively cool, like what,
Wet.
50 to 70. Yeah, been raining. And so next week,
Today the sun came out for a brief moment and it was just like, hello, my old friend.
right?
It's still too wet to mow.
Yeah.
Yeah. My poor dog is just having a fit trying to go potty in that.
Yeah, today we were out and stomping around in nothing but mud puddles all day long.
Yeah.
And it was just miserable, soggy day. I mean,
Yeah.
So
the clouds were just blah, and then like I said, finally we got a glimpse of that sun, and it was like, okay, everything's going to be okay.
Well, now I guess I looked at the weather earlier today because last year, the last 2 years, I have just about sweat to death over there in Nashville, and
It'd been a little warm.
yeah. So I looked today, and so CMA Fest starts on the 5th, official CMA Fest.
Yes,
We'll
the
be up there for
official.
some other things on the 2nd. But so on the 2nd, well, let's just say from the 2nd to the 9th, which is the CMA Fest week,
Right.
the coolest it's going to be is 85.
oh, dang.
So it goes all the way from 85 to 95, depending on
That's a
the
big
day.
switch. Today
Going to
was
be a little
82.
steamy.
Today was 82 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house was 84. I put the air on. It's like-
Oh, yeah. I'd put the air on for that. Good Lord.
I was shopping.
Good Lord.
I was working.
You're the only person I know that can say they're working when they're shopping.
Got some good deals.
You got Brian something nice.
Yeah.
Now Brian's got a dead man's blanket.
That's right.
Not necessarily a dead man, but yes.
He
Brought
did.
to
He
you
got me
by
an Ohio State Buckeyes flannel blanket. And
It's really nice.
it'll be nice when I like to cuddle up on the couch, especially when, once it starts getting too hot, she daggone makes it about the temperature of a meat freezer in here.
Yeah, you can hang
So then I can start wrapping up in a blanket because I'll be like, why is it only 62 degrees in here? Because I was hot.
It's not that
Like,
bad.
okay.
I just tell him what my mama used to tell me whenever I used to gripe about it. If you get up and start moving, you get warm. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
The ambassador, the Michelle, says it has been raining a lot in Bartlett too.
I don't know what it has been, but the South has been a soggy mess.
Oh, I know.
But we're coming out on the other side of it.
That's
I
right.
can feel it. So I'm just hoping this year, like I said, we're heading to Nashville. and we got a softball game to attend. Yeah. And hopefully this year we don't get drowned out like we did last year.
Oh, I know.
It was quite a delay last year. Didn't know if we was going to get the game in, and of all things, we had to turn around and come back that same night.
Yeah.
It made it a long, horrible,
It'll go off
day.
without a hitch because we don't have to be back now. So it'll
there you go. That'll
it'll
be
go off
later.
without a hitch.
So
and we got the latest announcement of who's playing.
some of the players.
Some of the players, but the big one for Mr. Parks over here.
Mr. Zach Top.
That's right. He's going to be playing. So
He's my favorite artist of the going out around right now. So
yeah, they said that
I'm going to be hitting a home run if Ella Langley's there. I'll be hitting a home run. That will just top it all off.
Laney is playing somewhere that week. I can't remember where.
That's all right.
But anyway, he's moved on now.
She's been replaced.
Oh, okay. Ella Langley is now.
I mean, Ella's a stick, but she's a brunette. Just what can I say?
I know. You do like brunettes. They said they got a record number of media requests this year, which is no surprise having Zach Top there.
Yes.
And so still waiting to hear if we are going to manage some passes so that we can do some interviews while we're there. We're going regardless.
We may be just buying a ticket and being a fan.
That's right, which is okay too, because then we can just have fun.
Yeah. Last year though,
after something.
Huh?
You'll run into something.
Last year after we did
network.
Yeah, her networking. Last year when we got done with our interviews, we were sitting in the stands. So I went live on Facebook, and I started doing play-by-play calling of the game.
Yep.
Doing the color commentary.
Last year, you got Lee Greenwood?
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked to Lee Greenwood. She got to hug Charles Esten.
Yeah.
So she got to see Warren Zeiders without a shirt on.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't as excited about that as Rachel was, but, he's back again this year, too, so. So is Charles Esten, just saying.
Of course, I think he's one of the captains this year.
Is he?
I think so.
Charles Esten was dead.
No, Charles Esten.
Oh, Esten, okay.
From the TV show Nashville,
yes.
as well as the Outer Banks.
Yeah, now he's on the Outer Banks. Yeah, he's just beautiful. I don't know if I would think he was that beautiful if he was not on Nashville, but he was very beautiful as Deacon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if he wasn't a celebrity, he probably wouldn't be that beautiful.
He would still be good looking, but he wouldn't be beautiful.
All right.
So I got some news. Got some news
What's
about
that?
our local sheriff's department. They put out a statement today.
I don't have the soundtrack to go with it. Hold on. Let me see.
All right, everybody, just hold on. B-Dawg's got to do something.
Let me see if I can.
Wait, where's my?
That don't work on here.
We're not shouting out. Wait for it.
I'm looking.
Wait for it.
I caught him off guard. He's losing his touch. The TV show Cops is now filming a new season in Hamilton County, Tennessee. So if you see a police officer with a cameraman,
Highway 58.
yeah. Do you remember, like a couple years ago, I was driving down 58 and I saw this. First of all, it's sad that we have enough business for them to film here.
The cops is coming here.
But I was driving down 58 a couple years ago, and
That's been more than a couple years. This is like after we first moved down here.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute. You're right.
Which I can't say anything about that because the joke is before we moved down here, when I said we was moving to Chattanooga, somebody's like, do you know anything about Chattanooga? And I'm like, I know what I've seen on Cops. Yeah. Because Cops had been with Chattanooga PD. So I had seen them. I'm like, well, I know what I've seen on Cops. I'm just hoping there's a different side of town. But then shortly after we moved down here, they was with the sheriff's department and Yeah, so they just announced that the Cops is coming back for their 38th season and going to be filming here in Hamilton County, Tennessee.
Yeah. And
We're supposed to be proud about that.
I guess.
right?
I guess.
It was like however long, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, that I saw them on 58 and they were
On a
filming
traffic stop.
on a traffic stop. And I am not kidding. You would think that TV cameras zoom in, right? When they're like this close to their face, you would think that that's because they're zooming. No.
Oh, no, they're right up in there
The
in the business.
cameraman was literally like, the guy is getting handcuffed and the cameraman was like 8 inches from his face with the camera. And I thought, no wonder those guys always want to fight. I'd want to punch that cameraman too. But yeah. Josh wants to know how often you do listen to that song in your cop car.
Every once in a while.
I can just see it. You driving around.
Boy.
You know, there's just sometimes whenever you just had to roll the windows down,
Crank it up.
put the aviators on, and, you know, and you see the people just,
Yeah.
along the street, and you just crank it up.
They part ways.
So,
When they see
I ain't
the
go-
lights, you
I ain't gonna lie.
balls, whatever. Everybody
Right.
parts.
We come from a small town. I actually I led our homecoming parade, and I actually did
did
that in
play
our
that
homecoming
song.
parade. I actually cranked it up.
He put his, you know, those
had it.
speakers they used to have on the car?
Yeah, I turned my PA on and had
PA,
it,
yep.
had
Yeah.
it playing over the PA as I was leading our hometown homecoming parade. So, yeah, I've done it.
I can see Andy
Right.
Griffith with the one gumball on top.
Yeah.
And Barney.
Let me see. Need a mini xylophone for me. Yeah, really. So CMSM says the UK's Nicola Harris is in Nashville for CMA.
Oh, very cool.
We'll have to. Is she playing somewhere? Or he playing? She playing?
We'll have to look at our
Yeah.
schedule.
We will have to look. Michelle, I cannot believe you're in bed already. You're almost as bad as me. Although she gets up at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, she's walking.
She
the beach
is an
at
early
5:30.
Yeah. Larisse said that Flaz's garden is growing out of control with all the
Oh.
rain that they've had since they've been gone.
I bet when we went up on Sand Mountain, we saw how high the corn was.
Oh, really?
They say if it's knee high by July 4th, it's going to be a good crop. It's knee high already.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be a good crop this year.
The wheat
Nice.
was growing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I felt like we was back home up on Sand Mountain.
It's a beautiful view.
We had corn, cows, and gunshots.
Yeah, you can hear them off in the distance.
You could tell the rednecks are out there practicing for deer season.
You were feeling like you were at home.
Like literally, there was a cow pasture right next to the funeral home. It was like,
I love it.
I am back home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really. It's so funny because at home, well, when we first came down here, you know, at home we heard gunshots and we were always like, wait a minute, what time of year is it? Oh, yeah, we're
Yep,
good.
they're
It's
sighting
hunting
in.
season. Yeah. And then,
When there's a range not too far from my house.
yeah, now.
Yeah.
Well, when we got down here, we would hear gunshots, and of course on the neighborhood Facebook page, everybody's like, "Oh my God, did you hear the gunshot?" Blah blah blah, and we're like, "What is the problem?
We live in the country.
We live in the country,
Exactly. I said hits my house, and then I was like,
right?"
I see bullet holes, and then
Then we got issues.
All right.
That is my only announcement for right now.
All right. Well, let's get back to some music. How about, sometimes let's just go take a ride on all those back roads. This is Just Jane.
This happens every time. The second that I drive across that county line, boy, it's just like clockwork how you cross my mind. It's like you always know when I'm coming home. Oh, this town just won't let me forget your face. Those days, oh, I'm on my way. I can't get try getting lost, but I still see us in the right parking lot. You're telling me you love me with the headlights off, so baby, what you say? We make an old mistake just for old time's sake. 'Cause I can't get in the car. My hands turning to the way you are. When we were young, we were dumb, we were reckless. I'm 18 again when I turn off that exit. Ooh, what am I supposed to do when all back roads lead me back to you? I try to keep you in the rear view. I tried to find somebody new. What am I supposed to do when all back roads lead me back to you? I can't get in the car. My hands turning to the way you are. We were young, we were dumb, we were reckless. I'm 18 again when I turn off that exit. Ooh, what am I supposed to do when all back roads lead me back to you? Lead me back, lead me back, lead me back to you. Lead me back, lead me back, lead me back to you. Lead me back, lead me back, lead me back to you. All back roads lead me back to you.
My name is Big Benny, and if you ain't listening to Tropical Country, you're wrong, son.
Hey Tiki folks, this is Rick the Stick, and I do my show from 5 to 7 Eastern Island Time every Sunday evening, and it's sponsored by JBL Travel Group. The show is called It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere on the Road. When I'm not doing my show, I keep my one good eye on the road and my two good ears tuned in to Tiki Man Radio. Hey, what could possibly go wrong?
I like them frozen, poured on the rocks, in a little cantina, with a little extra salt. Some save the wine for the weekend, and a beer for the game. But it's Cinco de Mayo, for me any day. No, there ain't a bad time for some salt and lime, living it up. Cheers to you, cheers to me, cheers to everything under the sun. Sometimes living life just needs a little more tequila. Since when do you need a reason for a margarita?
I like them skinny, laying out on the beach. When I'm with my girls, hell, I like them pink. Some only drink 'em in Vegas or Cancun in the sand. But it's always vacation when there's one in my hand.
No, there ain't a bad time for some salt and lime, living it up. Cheers to you, cheers to me, cheers to everything under the sun. Sometimes living life just needs a little more tequila. Since when do you need a reason for a margarita? Jimmy Buffett came on margarita. 2 for 1, little buzz margarita. It's the freaking weekend of the margarita. If you got one, raise it up, margarita. No, there ain't a bad time for some salt and lime, living it up. Cheers to you, cheers to me, cheers to everything under the sun. Sometimes living life just
Reason for Rita. That is Smithfield. And of course, they're going to be playing CMA Fest.
Yep.
And we are actually talking to them about possibly doing an interview with them, I believe. They're one of the many people that we're talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I was trying to think. I've got a list going out there, and I can't remember everybody.
I remember the ones we've talked about.
Okay.
So, because I know I've looked at you and going, yes.
Yeah.
And that was on the list.
Okay.
Okay. She better get on it.
Legal pad.
Huh?
She's got.
Who's got the legal pad?
She
I
does.
know. I do. It's out there.
She does. She does. Well, nonetheless, they are going to be at CMA Fest.
Yes.
So be excited to.
And so is you just played her.
I just played Just Jane was the name of the group.
Just Jane is going to be there.
Yes.
They're going to be there as well.
Several of the artists that I have on my list here tonight may or may not be playing CMA Fest.
May or may not. Nice.
Wait for it.
I know. And there's also I Heart Country is going to throw a house party.
I know.
And I don't think we're going to get to go, but I really would love to. So every day at 1 and 4, they're going to have different artists there. So Dustin Lynch, Ray Lynn, Alexandra Kay, Ashley Cook, Gabby Barrett, and Scotty McCreary.
Yeah, I know. We have other obligations at that
And
point,
it's
but
free.
that's okay.
I know.
So-
I know.
But I did see we did get some bad news. We did not make it onto the guest list at Kid Rocks.
No,
So-
but we're on the wait list.
That's okay. I wasn't exactly excited
Stand back.
I know.
about that one anyway.
I know.
You know, it was one of those ones where it came up an opportunity, like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, but you know, that's okay.
Yeah. And so they actually said that the list is full. Of course, I'm sure that took all of about 2 minutes. And then they we are on the backup list. Is that what it's
Standby.
called? Standby. That's what it was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So everybody is now posting all of these things that are going on all over Nashville. So not just the CMA stuff, but other stuff as well. So it's pretty cool to see everybody and everything that's going to be going on. The Bluebird is coming into town.
Yeah, yep. So we're going to be excited at that.
Your
But
third year?
Yeah, I think this is their 3rd year.
and of course, a good part of the time we're going to be hanging out with Mr. Mark Mulch and
That's
a
right.
slew of friends over there at Pete and Terry's.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Matt's going to be performing there along with,
Yeah.
I'm sure, Mark and a whole slew of other people that we know her fairly well, I would assume.
Yeah.
And maybe meet some new friends, because that's exactly how we met, you know, American Blonde and
Network.
and Gary
Yeah.
Lewis. I mean, that's how we met those people, was
Yeah.
was just going and sitting down at a picnic table. So,
Rubbing elbows.
you know,
Yeah.
sometimes I enjoy that just as much as of being able to do the CMA Fest, getting to do the official
Yeah.
CMA Fest, you know, interviews and go to
Behind the scenes.
those shows and things like that and see the behind the scenes there.
Yeah.
I also enjoy just as much of walking into a random bar down there and seeing who's on a stage and
Yep.
discovering somebody new, because you know, at the end of the day, that's what this show's all about, is discovering somebody new.
Absolutely. And we had such a good time, like you said, last year. And I believe that's how we met Mark, or was that 2 years ago now? It was 2 years ago now.
2 years ago.
We met Mark through
Wow.
Kirsty.
How time flies.
I know. Kirsty introduced us to Mark at his event down there. And so,
And that's where I remember they're like, hey, we did a little trop rock thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and we got to hear Tied Down
yes,
for the very first time.
that's
so,
right.
Yeah.
And now look at, we got Buffin' It.
I know.
And we also have the Music City Fin Fest
Yes.
coming from that. So,
Looking forward to that as well.
absolutely.
A lot of great things going on in Nashville that aren't necessarily just the mainstream country music related.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, that's what I had to say.
Oh, left me hanging. Thanks, Callie. I appreciate that. He said, great show.
Oh, thank you.
So I do have.
Not bad for winging it.
Always. We are always winging it. Remember how when we first started doing this, we were always we had notes written down and we had like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Show prep. Now we just wing it.
Now we just wing it.
That's right.
Now on Sundays, unless we have a guest, Danny be like, "So what you got coming up this week on your show?" And I'm like, "I don't know. We're gonna play some music and we're gonna talk."
Right.
You know that. Yeah, we don't have a guest this week, so we're gonna play some music and talk.
See what could possibly.
So, but
well, I do have something new that I learned today.
You did?
I did.
Wow.
You know how I know. You know how I'm a big weather buff, right?
Yeah.
And I love severe weather. I don't like what it does to people, but I love learning about it and watching it, and it just amazes me. So a few years ago, Joplin had the strongest tornado in American history at that time that struck their town.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was a few years ago now. It was absolutely awful. But in that tornado, they did find something that was kind of comical.
What's that?
So there was a store in a plaza called Christie's Toy Box.
Do I want to know?
I'm thinking sex toys.
It's not for kids.
Adult toys.
Adult toys.
Anything, yeah.
And it got leveled by the tornado, sadly. But so the tornado was so strong that
how strong was the tornado?
7 miles east of Joplin, it rained adult toys down on the little town next door for a little while. Like the tornado sucked them all up and dropped them out another town. So it was raining adult
There are
toys.
so many comments that I could be saying right now with the risk of having YouTube
Batteries
just shutting us
included? Yeah.
down.
Batteries included?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's a true story.
I guess that's one way for ladies sit there going, "It's raining, man." Oh. Never mind.
Right?
That's the cleanest one I could come up with right
Well,
there.
no, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I should spend a spring in a tornado chaser camp. I really want to. But with my luck, I would choose, you know how, like, sadly, some people choose, like, the wrong helicopter tour people and things like that.
And then they crash.
I would be the one who chose the wrong tornado chasers to ride with, and I would end up raining down on the next town over. I've
watched the Storm Chasers. Now, would I do it like these idiots that just get into a pickup truck and go, "Yeehaw, let's go"? No. Now,
Well, 20 years ago, you might have.
But
Right?
would I climb into one of these armored vehicles like these guys that are
Reed Timmer?
like Reed Timmer and the Dominator?
Yeah.
Would I do that? Maybe.
I would.
Because it's been proven. Because those guys, I sit and watched the whole episode on MythBusters, where they literally got that car is Category 5 certified.
Yes.
So that it can withstand a Category 5. So
And this last round.
So I would probably be willing to do.
Could you imagine?
But just to be in a pickup truck or a car or whatever, in the first movie Twister, how they just got all those professional guys who all the high tech equipment, and then they still drove right into it and.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
That's what Michelle said. Go with Reed. Exactly. That would be really cool.
And it's funny because everybody picked on Reed and thought Reed was an idiot.
They did.
He's the only one left around. Of those ones that were all doing that, he's the only one left.
Well, I think though a lot of people.
The one guy who was on that show,
did get sucked up.
They did get sucked up, and they did get killed. Unfortunately, that would have been the ones in the white pickup trucks. All the fancy scientists.
Yeah.
And then the guy who actually did the movie, He did it just for a movie. That was it.
Yeah.
But a lot of those other guys, but Reed is the only one who's out there still actively doing it and pursuing the science. So that I'm aware of anyway.
See, I don't know. I don't know.
I'd rather sit it out in Beth Travis' garage.
There you go, yeah.
No, that's a hurricane.
Oh, that's a hurricane. And then produces tornadoes.
That is true.
Hey, Ann. Ann is out there. I hope if you didn't hear it, we were singing to you earlier.
Kevin Bacon sang happy birthday to you.
Ann we're talking about. Yeah.
We sang, and so did he.
Yeah.
So Michelle said the same thing you did at the same time. Gives a whole new meaning to "It's Raining Men."
Great minds think alike.
So,
and that was the cleanest one I could come up with.
Right. Well, there is a couple on TikTok too that I've been catching. Just started showing up.
Are you talking about the ones that do the puns?
No, these guys.
Or pickup lines. I'm sorry.
It's something about things you can say to your dog or about your dog that you can't say about your spouse.
You just now started following them people. They've been popping up on my FYP for
have they
for a while, and they will
appropriately inappropriate.
Yes, and they will also do things about pickup lines like really. Yeah, I can't say I'm on the radio kind of pickup lines, like do they really, these cheesy, you think dad jokes?
Yeah.
Think about dad pickup lines. It's how bad these things are that they do. But yeah, now they did the ones of, things you can say about your dog but you can't say about your spouse kind of deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just came up with my dog's new name.
You did?
Oh.
Stains.
Stains?
Yes. Because he looks like he's got stains.
How about
over him.
stained?
Cum stained.
Stained.
No, there's a song, Cum Stains.
Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
Well, folks,
he's that color.
As in, come here is what he meant.
Exactly.
Well, with that,
it's a song.
With that, we're going to go to a song. How about that? Because we have a brand new JBL Travel Minute coming up.
That is his name.
How about let's go over to the left coast? Eddie Bosco, California Cowgirl.
As you might think, I'd rather have a can of that beer in your hand, ice cold. So don't be fooled by these high heel shoes. It's just a girl's night out. I'd rather be in my boots under neon stars and some farm tan arms down a dirt road. Yeah, you should know I'm just a California cowgirl, homegrown as a Georgia peach. Hold on, 'cause boy, I bet you I can Texas two-step you right off your feet. Just a California cowgirl, true blue as the grass in Kentucky, sweet as Tupelo honey, just a country as country, California cowgirl. Well, I wish they had a jukebox and a sawdust floor, plain old school like Dwight and King George. You could spin me around, I could show you more of where that came from, how the West was won. I'm just a California cowgirl, homegrown as a Georgia peach. Hold on, 'cause boy, I bet you I can Texas two-step you right off your feet. Just a California cowgirl, true blue as the grass in Kentucky, sweet as Tupelo honey, Texas two-step you right off your feet. Just a California cowgirl, true blue as the grass in Kentucky, sweet as Tupelo honey, just a country as country, California cowgirl, sweet as Tupelo honey, just a country as country, California cowgirl.
And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And I was going to talk, last week we talked about ocean cruises and the differences in them and what's included and what to expect. And this week I was going to talk about river cruises, but I'm going to put that off another week because I received a lot of text messages and emails as a result of last week's episode. And as you know, Danny shares it on YouTube, and then I also share it on my social media. And the biggest question that I received was, what's the advantage of us booking a cruise with you as opposed to booking it direct with the cruise line? So I thought I would address that today because that seems to be an issue that people have on their minds. First of all, let me just say that the cruise line, they control the price. We don't control the price. If you go online and it says $3,000, it's $3,000. Either they're making the money for that $3,000 or they're paying us a commission. They, for the most part, would rather you deal with us because we handle all of the problems that may occur, rather than having all this customer service calls as things go wrong. Just for an example, I had a client a couple of weeks ago who was supposed to have a beverage package when they were on the ship, and when they checked in and they got on the ship and got their key card and went up to the bar, they found out that they did not have the beverage package. They went to the customer service desk. The customer service desk said, no, it's not on your reservation. Your travel agent must have left it off. And my client said, I have the receipt. It says it right here. And they said, oh, well, we're going to have to call the corporate office and figure all it out. So I received a text message from the client. I immediately made a phone call to the general manager of that ship. And I immediately sent a request into customer service on our chat line. And within 10 minutes, that problem was solved and my customer was given what they needed. Now, had that client not booked with me and booked directly with the ship and that problem occurred, they would have waited 2 or 3 days for the ship to solve that problem with their corporate office. So that's one of the things that happens. The other thing that happens is a lot of times we get unadvertised specials that the cruise line doesn't offer to just everybody. So you may call me and say, Joe, I want to go on this Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or Virgin Voyages ship. And we put the dates in and all, and I could say, hey, you know what? By the way, you get $100 onboard credit, or your prepaid gratuities are free that week. Or hey, you're going to get a bottle of wine and chocolate-covered strawberries and a 6-pack of water in your room during the cruise. The other thing is, if I know it's your birthday or anniversary, I just type into the notes and they'll send a cake for your anniversary or birthday. These are things that don't happen when you're dealing directly, that we control from this side. And that if you have a problem, you have somebody to call, or you can call the 800 number at the cruise line and stay on hold forever and ever. So, well, I guess what I'm trying to say, whether it's a cruise or an all-inclusive resort, is we're here to support you. And we are here to make sure that your vacation is as stress-free as possible. And also that to protect you, protect your rights, and to give you personalized service. You're not going to get personalized service from someone when you're dealing directly with a cruise line or a resort. to you, to them, you're just another number, another credit card. To me, you're my client, and I want to make sure. The other thing is, I take care of getting you, to fly into where you're going a day early, so you're there on time for the cruise. I'll set you up with a hotel. I'll set you up with transfers. So these are the kind of things we do, and I hope that answers the questions that I got after last week's episode. And next week I will talk about river cruises and what's included and what to expect. Anyway, in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend. This has been Joe Leo with this week's JBL Travel Minute.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200. The official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
Hey everybody, Tiki Man here. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're enjoying the video. Do us a favor, hit the like button down there. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the little bell. That really does help us out tremendously and allows us to keep doing what we do here at Tiki Man Radio. Thanks for being a part of Tiki Man Radio. Back to the show.
I'm in a Margaritaville, sunshine, state of mind. I've been working all year, just saving up every dime. I've been dreaming about that Floribama cold breeze, umbrella shade. Got the top drop, tapping my flip flop on my way. When I get to the coast, we'll always toast and we'll be buffing. Knee-deep in loving it. Margaritas in our hands, got our toes in the sand, can't get enough of it. We're just buffing. I ain't watching my weight, no, I won't hesitate to have a cheeseburger in paradise. Look at all these parrot heads waving fans from the left to the right. We got pilots over 40, getting loud and acting naughty. We're just buffing it. Knee-deep in loving it. Margaritas in our hands, got our toes in the sand, can't get enough of it. Oh, Jimmy had it right, living life like there's nothing to lose. Oh, he gave his best advice, said why don't we just get drunk and swim. Now we're buffing. Need to love it. Margaritas in our hands, got our toes in the sand, can't get enough of it. Yeah, we're just buffing. Need even loving it. Margaritas in our hands, got our toes in the sand, can't get enough of it.
It's Mackenzie Phipps, and you are listening to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou on the Tiki Man Radio.
All aboard!
Hello, everyone. This is Ed the Train Man from Get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man. Join me and the Peace Train conductors every Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Railroad Time, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Railroad Time. And we'll come to you live from the Paradise Way Tiki Bar Studios in Crown Point, Indiana. That's the Lakes of Four Seasons. And our show is about hippies, trains, trop rock, and, of course, our local music scene here in Northwest Indiana. My show is brought to you by JM Real Estate, the commercial real estate of the Florida Space Coast, and Better Call Becky, Better Homes and Gardens right here in Northwest Indiana. So get on the Peace Train, all aboard on Tiki Man Radio.
Mr. Engineer, can you take me far away from
this? Sunshine, white wine, all little sundown. Floating on a slow rolling pontoon late now. With my girls taking turns, sharing gossip that we all heard about who's making out with who in a small town. Nothing wrong with crushing on the pole while the sky's on fire. 4th of July in the summertime, dreaming on a blanket in the grass, slowing down the night so I won't forget. Make your own trip memories that won't fade away. Sun falling on the dock of the bay, yeah. That's just my heart. Memorial Labor Day vacay. Feet hanging high, Ferris wheel going round. Sweet smell of kettle corn rising from the dusty ground. Catching an old movie playing at the drive-in, staying up late with Sandy and the T-Birds having fun singing loud. Nothing wrong with crushing on a pole while the sky's on fire. 4th of July in the summertime, dreaming on a blanket in the grass, slowing down the night so I won't forget. Make your own trip memories that won't fade away. Sun falling on the dock of the bay, yeah. That's just my heart. Memorial Labor Day vacay. Crazy girls, chasing boys, causing trouble all summer, making all kind of noise. Red light flashing blue lights and a whole lot of sunshine. Nothing wrong with crushing on a board while the sky's on fire. 4th of July in the summertime, dreaming on a blanket in the grass, slowing down the night so I won't forget. Make a road trip memories that won't fade away. Sun falling on the dock of the bay, yeah. That's just my Memorial Labor Day vacay. My Memorial Labor Day vacay.
Here at Tiki Man Radio, we love shout-outs from our artists and our listeners from all over the world. You ever wondered how you do that? Well, if you have the free Tiki Man Radio app, all you have to do is click on a little menu and go down to where it says shout-out. You can record a short shout-out. When you're done, you just send it straight to us. You have about 15, 16 seconds to do it. Here's a couple of pointers. Make sure you don't have your TV on or your radio. Make sure you're in a quiet space if you can. And always tell us who you are, where you're from, and mention you're listening to Tiki Man Radio. It's as simple as that. You want to hear your name on the radio? Send us a shout out and we'll put it in the radio station for you. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station, and give us a shout out.
Picking age, it wasn't old enough. I couldn't wait for all that grown-up stuff, like driving the boat, getting a vote, and drinking a beer. And now that I can, I got a plan that's gonna span a lot of years. 'Cause it's clear there's only so much sand in that hourglass. You can shake it on up, but you can't get it back. I ain't a live forever man, no, I ain't Peter Pan, but I'm gonna die young, as old as I can. Die young, as old as I can. as I can. I ain't sorry for having a good time, and I ain't hardly pumping the brake lights. I spend what I make ordering steak down at the Roadhouse. I'm painting the town, cause here's what I know now. There's only so much sand in that hourglass. You can shake it on up, but you can't get it back. I ain't a live forever man, no, I ain't Peter Pan, but I'm gonna die young, as old as I can. Die young, as old as I can. Die young, as old as I can. Staying up to the sun, drinking it down till it's done. Being a son of a gun wherever I go. Always cutting it close, steady rocking the boat. Ain't no taking it slow, cause I'll never grow up. There's only so much sand in that hourglass. You can shake it on up, but you can't get it back. I ain't a live forever man, no, I ain't Peter Pan, but I'm gonna die young, as old as I can. Die young, as old as I can. As I can. Die young, as old as I can. As old as I can. Die young, as old as I can. Oh, as old as I can.
As Old As I Can, that is brand new music from Derek James. And of course, if you remember, Derek has been here on the show back a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
So, but he keeps sending us music, and we keep playing it because
I love it.
It is great music. So
he's getting he was good when he was here.
Oh, he's getting better.
Getting better.
Yeah.
That reminds me. There was somebody else.
There was somebody out there. Real quick, I saw that wanted to know who sang that song. Which song?
Yeah.
So you ask the question, and I'll answer it. Of course, amongst that, right after the JBL Travel Man, we had Buffin' It. Of course, that is Mr. Mark Balch.
That's right. Wait, what song? Where did you? Oh, that was Callie wanted.
Yeah, wanted to know who sang that song. So
which song?
I don't know if that was it or not, but
I don't know. Verona Corona is out there. Hello to you, my dear. I hope you are feeling better.
Yes.
She now has a torn tendon in
Good
her arm.
Lord.
In her arm?
I think. In her shoulder. Wait a minute. Let me look. Hold on. This is how rumors get started. Hold on. It's not fair. I want one of those buttons. All right, Verona.
Putting in her luggage in the overhead carry-on.
Oh, I don't know. Her shoulder, yes.
Okay.
It was her shoulder.
Last time I saw her, she was falling asleep.
You
in the
poor
airport in
thing.
a wheelchair.
She was doing what?
She was falling asleep in a wheelchair at the airport.
Oh.
And she still had a couple hours to get her connecting.
Well, she made it home and said that she just wanted to stop in for a minute while her meds kick in. So she may or may not be hearing
she's got
us.
special meds, too.
Yeah, she does.
Unprescribed.
Right. So
the herbs.
Yeah.
Herbs. Yeah. Special.
Yes. And now they're talking about Michelle and Tim's trip to Alaska this fall.
Yeah.
That is another one of my bucket lists.
Me too.
Is the Alaskan cruise but I want to go to Saskatchewan, Calgary, Canada, and do the Eagles in Alaska and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're into those eagle nest things, aren't you?
Yes.
You know, we saw, we thought of you the other day. We were driving down 58.
There are
and there was a huge nest up on top of a telephone pole.
Yeah, that was the sandhill cranes.
Oh, is that what those are up there?
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was the eagles too.
Yeah, because the way the nest was built, it looked like an eagle's nest.
And
as
it's
big as it is.
huge.
But the ones I've been watching for the last couple of years, and Louise and Plaz have been watching it too. Not so much Plaz, but Big Bear Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they had 3 eggs.
Mm-hmm.
None of them hatched. This year they had 3 eggs. all 3 hatched.
Oh.
And they're beautiful. Unfortunately, one of them fell off.
Fell out of the nest.
Yes. Yeah, too young of a stage. So now they just, there's Sunny and Gizmo, and apparently they just identified Gizmo as a female.
Well, very nice.
It's a wonderful thing, yes.
It's a
so,
gazette.
you know, and they, yeah. So I was like, true.
Circle of life continues.
But I do watch them, and Danny, you know, occasionally puts them down, you know, in the studio and stuff like that. So
It is pretty cool to watch.
yes, they are amazing to just watch.
Yeah.
And I watched the ones in South Florida and, you know, Cape Coral and stuff like that.
Back home, we had a huge eagle's nest there in Ohio, in one of the back roads,
Yeah.
back behind our hometown.
They
It was
just-
cool.
And even Monteagle, I've seen eagles up there, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the statue and stuff like that.
And I feel like they're, you know, you used to never be able to see any, and I feel like they're
coming
making a
back.
They were
comeback,
protected,
yeah.
and they are coming back because they were protected.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the United States.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
symbol of the country, so I can get it. I get it.
That was one of my first tattoos.
That's cool. Verona said she loves those nest cams.
Yeah.
I just can't get over how much. Verona said maybe Ottawa, Canada too, Uncle Alex.
Yeah. She wants me to come up there, yes. I'm still thinking about it.
So it amazes me. Good night, Michelle. We love you. So it amazes me how huge those nests can be on just this tiny little
Pole.
Like, I don't know how they make a floor to go out that far.
Well, some of them are pre-built.
Really?
Yes, some of them, you know.
Like people build them
yes,
and then
people
put them up there?
You build it, they will come.
Really?
Big Bear, they estimate that thing to be over a ton, but that's in a tree over, you know, 40.
A nest?
Yes.
Really?
Because they build it piece by piece. But the one in South Florida, whatever, they built a platform, and they came and put.
Oh, wow.
But they estimated to be a half a ton or whatever, the size of that.
Wow.
Well, now I got to take a closer look at that one on 58 to see. Because that's all I could think when I was looking at it is how do they build it out that far and it
But
doesn't
sometimes
fall.
if you put the platform up there,
Then they'll build a nest
that's
on
how
the
they get the
platform.
cameras up there too. So they put
Oh,
the
that's
platform. They, you know. Don't,
Yeah, they don't get up
And
there and
the
put the
birds
cameras.
don't-
They don't put the
After the
cameras
fact.
up after the nest is there. They got to do it before.
so if you
I
build
never
it- if
thought
you
about
build it. They will come.
Yeah, you ain't getting near that nest once, once
Oh,
it's
that's
built.
true, yeah.
It's fun to watch. Even at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, they got the flying squirrels coming through, and they got, you know, all these other hawks trying to get in and this and that, get at the eggs. And,
I have a kid's book that I want to write about a flying squirrel, by the way.
oh,
Yeah.
what's his name?
I don't remember what his name was. We had one. My dad was famous for bringing critters home from hunting.
My daughter has the Pikachus and stuff like that. They wake up at 3 in the morning, and I'm sleeping next to them. Then the dogs are like, "What the hell's that?"
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So Mo made it through the through the 8th grade promotion.
Yay!
So poor Mo, she was giving us updates throughout the show because her granddaughter's last name starts with the letter Z. So every once in a while she was chiming in like, "We're up to the C's, we're up to the N's, we're up to the." So apparently we made it to the Z.
Whenever I work those graduations, I'm sitting there going, okay, well, C, A. What other letter could come after C? You know,
know.
just when you think you're done, CY, CW, and it's like,
Well, I guess there were 400 kids.
that's a lot.
I know,
That is a lot.
especially when your kid's in letter
8th
Z.
graders.
That's a nightmare right there.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'll be there the second hour.
And you bring your flask.
She was second to last.
No. Wow.
Poor Mo.
You are a trooper.
We'll say hello to Bruce for us. We did the Mystery Man.
Yes, osprey nests are huge too. Yes.
So, wait a minute. What's an osprey? That's not your pterodactyl.
No, those are the things you
Right.
see
Looks
like
like a hawk, but it's a lot smaller. Well, it's a lot smaller.
you see them a lot like on the coastal areas.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to look
you
it up.
see them all the way down, going to 41 and stuff, going Cape Coral and Fort Myers.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look it up. It's not my Larry's, right?
No.
No, we never did figure out what they're called.
Yes, they're sandpipers.
Oh, okay.
Little things.
Yeah, they're little sandpipers.
I love them so much. They make me
Eating all the
happy.
insects.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just like watching them run up to the water, run back, run up to the water, run back. I just like them. They're fun.
It is her therapy.
It really is. I took video.
And why were they called Larry's?
That's what she named them.
Well, because I got this
Her
little.
father's name was Larry.
Yeah, actually, Alicia, I think named it. I think Alicia.
Her brother's name's Larry.
Yeah, I got a family of Larrys. My cousin's
They
name's
never
Larry.
moved that quick.
Yo, they did not move that quick.
No, they never moved that quick.
No, so Brian bought me this one, the one that stares at you now when you're in the bathroom. So he bought me that one, and I brought it home, and I had it sitting on my work desk. And so Alicia came in one day, and she said, did you name it? And I said, no. And so we were talking about it. I said, what does it look like? So she said, it looks like a Larry. So I said, okay. So now every time I see one, and I've even got the ambassador, she calls them Larrys now. And so they're all Larrys.
Alicia is good at that because, little story, she is the reason why I am called B-Dawg.
Yes.
She did that. that was her being a smart aleck one day, and I walked in. I said, "Hey, Lish," and she goes, "What's up, B-Dawg?"
Yeah.
And there it stuck. Little did she know that a few years later I'd become the stepdad.
Right?
Don't be no.
Right?
She's just trying to be a little,
She's just trying to be cool. She's like,
You're
"What up?"
trying to be ghetto.
Yeah. What up, B-Dawg?
Ghetto.
Yeah. So and then there it was. It just stuck.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The stories you know now.
Right.
That you were afraid to ask for.
That's probably true in this then.
That's the one thing. If you want the answer, ask, because we don't hide it.
Right?
We'll give you the straight answer.
We're pretty much an open book.
We tell you.
So we got to go to somewhere really cool the other day in Nashville, and we got to see actually one of your old friends.
One of my old friends who left the small town and became famous.
Yeah. So we went to the listening room. Matt had his first gig there, and he was invited to a singer-songwriter round, and it was actually with a group called The Heels, which I really, really like. They're super good. And then also there was a gentleman there named Dave Kennedy. He was super good. And then Danielle Peck. I don't know if y'all remember her.
She is from my hometown.
She's from Coshocton, Ohio, and she now lives in Nashville. She's got a daughter who sang a song with her up there.
She had some hits on the radio.
Oh, she, I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was Finding a Good Man. That was one. And then my all-time favorite, one called I Don't. And the whole premise was her talking to her ex-boyfriend who came sucking up and saying, "I'm sorry, take me back." And she said, "You know what? Jesus loves you, but I don't." So, yeah, so that was my personal favorite. I was going through a moment when that song came out, and it got me through some tough times. So,
well, there you go.
I feel you.
And she also had a song that I always liked, and it just sometimes you just got to look at some people and just go, "It sucks to be you."
yes, that was my other one.
But I couldn't make you happy, and it just really shouldn't be so hard. I gave and you kept taking, you made some big mistakes. just can't stand it, can you? You see the smile on my face, and it really drives you crazy, just to see how much better off I am without you. I'm happier now, ain't it funny how all it took was leaving you to finally feel good again. You say you're sorry now, that you figured out just what it was that you had to lose. Well, it sucks to be you. Don't worry, baby, I'm sure you'll find someone too. Yeah, I hope put up with you. I'm happier now. Ain't it funny how all it took was leaving you to finally feel good? You say you're sorry now, that you figured out just what it was that you had to lose. I'm happier now. Ain't it funny how all it took was leaving you to finally feel good again? You say you're sorry now, that you figured out just what it was that you had to lose. What it was that you had to lose. It sucks to be you. It sucks to be you. Yeah. I'm gone. It sucks to be you. Yeah. It sucks to be. It sucks to be. It sucks to be you. It sucks to be you. I'm gone.
This is Mo listening in from North Carolina to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou on Tiki Man Radio, Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m., where the boots meet the beach.
Staring at the silence, eyes on the horizon, waiting on the wind to wrap around my sins and unwind them. Looking for some healing, coming home kind of feeling. All I ever need is right in front of me and I see it. Running to the edge, where salvation meets the sand. Wash away. Let the tide take it. Waves won't break this line. It shows down to the water, the sun and the holy code. This is my kind of Bible, a little self-revival. Gotta let it go, gonna free my soul of this cycle. Running to the edge, where salvation meets the sand. Wash away. Let the tide take it. Waves won't break this line. It shows down to the water, the sun and the holy code. Running to the edge, where salvation meets the sand. Wash away. Let the tide take it. Waves won't break this wash away. Let the tide take it. Waves won't break this line. It shows down to the water, the sun and the holy coast. Down to the water, the sun and the holy coast.
Holy Coast. And that is the Heels. And of course, except we get to hang out with those ladies there Monday night, and
super sweet.
They are sweet, very, very talented ladies. Those harmonies, they're tight like that live.
Yeah.
So that's just not the magic of a recording studio. They are that good live.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. Night Verona, we love you. Callie said that the house across from the Church of Christ Parkview was his grandpa's.
Where?
In Coshocton.
Oh.
Church of Christ Parkview.
Well, hold on. Sorry about that. Sometimes if you tap it just a little too hard.
Right.
Parkview around the Methodist Church.
Church of Christ.
Church of Christ, Parkview.
Said
Parkview.
walk across 751.
Oh, up in West Lafayette. 751 is West Lafayette.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, I'm trying to think where...
No, there's a 751 in...
541 is... You're thinking of 541. 751 is West Lafayette. So, yeah.
So... Oh, he was a World War II hero. Built his own house, raised a family, then built a second house for his daughter. How cool.
Nice.
In Coshocton.
Around Coshocton.
Around Coshocton, yes. But, you know, how cool is that? You know, when
say it right.
You know, we get to the radio and meet somebody from California that is from our hometown.
Small damn world.
It is
really
a
is.
small world.
It really is.
It's a small world after.
Yeah.
It's a small
that is
world
an airworm.
after all.
Disney.
Good Lord.
So, hey, if you guys haven't already, before y'all chime and leave us, make sure if you're out here on the YouTube to hit that thumbs up so that YouTube knows that you like the show, you like what we do, and that you want us to keep doing what we do. So that also lets us know that you like us. So we can say they like us. They really like us.
What'd you say, Uncle
That
Al?
person from Ottawa stopped with the thumbs down.
That's right. Did it for Danny's
Yeah.
for the Sunday show.
And we've come to the correlation of when it stopped.
Okay.
It stopped when I started waking you up before I left.
Oh, now listen.
That's the theory.
No,
I didn't do it.
That is no joke.
That was the theory.
Really?
It stopped right after because I'd get there and Danny would be like, is Lou sleeping? I'm like, nope, I woke her up before I left. And it stopped.
I remember that he was convinced
It was
He
you.
had us all convinced.
that it was me and that I was not awake enough and I was trying to hit the thumbs up, but I kept hitting the wrong one.
Well, if you just put your glasses on, you'd be able to see things better.
Well, that's true. That is true.
But somehow he said he was able to track it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I said Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I got blamed.
That's when she got blamed.
Who else?
But as soon as I started waking you up before I left to go to the show, it stopped.
Really?
Yes.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Not intentional.
But we would appreciate your thumbs up. And also,
my alter ego.
Also, if you saw that I put up the instructions on how to leave a shout out. So if you guys wanted to leave a shout out for our show or any of the shows here on Tiki Man Radio, those are your instructions. And we would love to have more shout outs to be able to play during the show.
That's right.
And update, we've had some of the people have updated for us and sent them in. And I still play some of the old ones here and there, but we would like to have some new and updated shout outs from people.
Absolutely.
So, which means we also got to get here into the studio and record some shout outs
we need to do our
for
own.
some other people as well. So, and that'll be starting here really soon.
Yep.
Quick programming note. There will be no Tropical Country next Wednesday because we will be in Nashville and doing all the live stuff and getting content for the shows. And I'm going to tell you right now, Tiki Man has set the bar for you.
For me?
For you.
Uh-oh.
On the videos.
Uh-oh.
They got back on Wednesday, On Sunday, he had a completed video to play of their trip to Costa Rica for 7 days.
I sent him more pictures that morning too, so he's going to have another.
So he's going to have another one too.
Sure.
But they got home on Wednesday. On Sunday, he had a completed video with music and everything for the show. So the gauntlet has been dropped. Do you accept the challenge?
I got this.
I got this.
All right. But yes, there will be no Tropical Country next Wednesday because we will be in Nashville.
It's Ken's birthday next week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ken.
I'm sorry.
Maybe we'll try to remember to give you a shout out from Nashville.
But I will tell you, as always, we always will do these pop-up lives on Facebook. And we'll do it on the Tiki Man Radio Facebook page. We'll also do it on our Tropical Country page.
Yeah.
And so if you guys just pay attention to that, turn on your notifications on them, and we will do that. What we do when we do those pop-up lives, we try to do our best not to interfere with any of the other live programming that's going on.
Yeah.
So if you're watching a regular show, another show on Tiki Man Radio, have no fear. We're not gonna pop up live during that time.
That's right.
So you can rest assured that you can still catch your favorite shows and not miss maybe what we do. But we'll come up and pop up either of those two places during the course of the of the weekend, and give you some insight and some different behind the scenes stuff. Footage. And we'll do our best to also record obviously a lot of footage and take a lot of pictures and things like that, so that we can share, and hopefully we can get a lot more live performances this year. We're not doing
I took it easy on the interviews so that we can have more rounded content.
I think we're going to do about half the amount of interviews that we did last year, and focus more on getting more content as far as live performances and things like that. So that is our goal. But
that's right.
Yeah. So, and I can tell you, one of the other people that we've met before at CMA Fest, and we interviewed. Very nice guy. His popularity grew on TikTok, and he just became a TikTok superstar. Next thing you know, he's all over the place, and that is Mr. Taylor Holder.
Yes. And he started out back as a preteen
in the Vine days.
Yes,
if you remember
doing
Vines. He started. That was pre-TikTok.
YouTube.
And so we got to interview him last year, and I believe he may be coming back to check in and get us updated on what's going on this year.
Yep.
But I can't tell you right now, he does have a brand new song out called "California Fit" in Tennessee.
If I-65 was Mulholland Drive, Hollywood was some Broadway lights. If that old Hickory Lake had salt and some waves, I'd kiss you goodnight at the end of the day. If them evergreens were palm trees, if this red dirt was a white beach, I wouldn't be looking through a smoke cloud thinking about you right now, wondering if you're thinking about me. You wouldn't be living in that dream house that one we talked about getting when I got you that ring. Damn it, 4 good years got me fighting back tears. Guess your roots in the sand just ran too deep. Now you ain't in my arms like I knew you would be. If California fit in Tennessee. We give it up and cut it short. Could have been a long ride. Guess it's just one of them right places, wrong times kind of things, kind of bittersweet. I wish California fit into Tennessee. I wouldn't be looking through a smoke cloud thinking about you right now, wondering if you're thinking about me. You wouldn't be living in that dream house, that one we talked about getting when I got you that ring. Damn it, 4 good years got me fighting back tears. Guess your roots in the sand just ran too deep. Now you ain't in my arms like I knew you would be. If California fit in Tennessee. we talked about getting when I got you that ring. Damn it, 4 good years got me fighting back tears. Guess your roots in the sand just ran too deep. Now you ain't in my arms like I knew you would be. Yeah. California fit in Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Lisa from Marion, Arkansas. I love tuning in to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern on Tiki Man Radio.
My buddy Eddie's got a truck and a pontoon, loading up the Yeti. We'll be drinking before noon. Ain't got a million, but it's more than enough. Summer in America. My next door neighbor says she's calling her girlfriends. Damn, these whiskey goggles got them looking like all tens. That country music, we've been turning it up. Summer in America. Living free, drink all night. No, we ain't gonna stop till the bottle runs dry. You and me, light that fire, blow smoke in the sky like we're never gonna die. It's the first taste of love, it's the rust on the truck, it's a looking back buzzer. Summer in America. Her eyes were telling me to pull her in closer. A little dirty dancing's got her head on my shoulder, making me wonder if forever's enough. Summer in America. Living free, drink all night. No, we ain't gonna stop till the bottle runs dry. You and me, light that fire, blow smoke in the sky like we're never gonna die. It's the first taste of love, it's the rust on the truck, it's a looking back buzzer. Summer in America. Time drifts away, but the memories stay. Wouldn't have it any other way. Living free, drink all night. No, we ain't gonna stop till the bottle runs dry. You and me, light that fire, blow smoke in the sky like we're never gonna die. It's the first taste of love, it's the rust on the truck, it's a looking back buzzer. Summer in America. Summer in America.
Here's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Sundays, it's The Big Show. Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time. Streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam from the Chocolate Bar Studios in Harrison Bay. Come over and be part of the show. After The Big Show, it's Tuesday on the Island Replay with B-Man and Michelle. Recorded live from Key West. Later that afternoon, it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Rick the Stick. You never know where he's going to pop up. On the Road with Rick the Stick, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Island Time every Sunday. Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m., get on the Peace Train with Ed the Train Man, live from Crown Point, Indiana. Tuesday at noon, it's Surfs Up with Callie McCool and the student crew. Tiki Man Radio's internship from Antioch High School in California. The kids are learning how to produce and do their own show. Compliments of Tiki Man Radio. It's the Lunchbox Special with Surfs Up every Tuesday at noon Eastern Island Time. Wednesdays, it's Where the Boots Meet the Beach with Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, streaming live on the GTS Live Cam from the Legends Studio in Ooltewah, Tennessee from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday starting at 7 p.m. It's Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West. Live every Friday, having some fun with their friends and sharing great music. Saturdays, take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings starting at midnight and going to noon. This is where we open up the massive archives of the radio station and take you back to that old shaggin' music. That's your weekly lineup for Tiki Man Radio. Make sure you tune into all these great shows and keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and have some fun.
That's right, have some fun, because there's a lot of stuff going on here at Tiki Man Radio. Yeah. What you got?
So Z said he is home from the Hair Wars.
Glad he made it home.
The clients liked the show. So
Well,
I'm glad they enjoyed it.
What's not to like?
Yay. Well, we did kind of have a captive audience there.
Well, we did, yes. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We didn't go off the rails too awful much.
No, the first 10 seconds
From
was
the
a little
get-go,
rough.
yeah. Well,
But I managed to reel it back in, reel you two back in.
Back on the rails.
You did.
Well, you ran it off the rails, and you ran it off the rails, and then I
Well, I
managed.
can do it again.
I managed to just get it
Was
back.
it ribbed?
I had to get it back.
You did.
So
You did
So
good.
I like that song, California Fit in Tennessee.
yeah,
Yeah, that was cool.
The saying is, don't come here in California, my Tennessee.
that's right.
right.
That is Erica Sunshine Lee's song that we
Exactly.
played.
Do not come here in
That's right.
California, my Tennessee.
And I like it.
So, which Taylor Holder, he is a Tennessee boy.
Yes,
so,
he is.
Born and raised, so great kid, and has got quite the following. And
We say kid. He's like late 20s.
in late 20s, but he's a kid to us. But
Yeah.
you know,
And it's funny because when we told the girls last year about Taylor, and we were talking to
his management.
we were talking to his management. They both were laughing super hard because they remember him from being the YouTuber
on Vine, yeah.
yeah. So I guess I don't know. When Vine was out, YouTube was big too, right? So everybody was doing the YouTuber thing where they were
Right.
doing all
Or
the
MySpace.
yeah, yeah. And so he was one of them, and they said they couldn't imagine him singing because they only knew him as that funny kid off of Vine or off of YouTube. So
Yeah. Well,
and
there's-
he is not a little kid anymore.
Well, there is a few of them like that. You know, there's, a stupid kid that used to make Vines and then started doing the TikToks, and then all of a sudden his name became Jake Paul, and he's fighting Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
So he was one of those
Forgot about him.
influencers as well. So
He's kind of fighting.
well, he's kind of fighting, but he's making money doing it.
Big
So
money. That's big money.
he's
he
making
is
big
making
money doing
money.
it, so we'll just give it to him. But again, yes, we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us this week
And putting
up with us. We appreciate you more than you ever know. Make sure you go over and give us a big thumbs up on the YouTube if you are over there, and if you would send us some shout outs. We'd love to do shout outs. Go back and watch the video, and Tiki Man will tell you how to do it there via the app. If you don't have the app, shame on you. Shame. But you could also, if you want to record one for, particularly for us, you can do that and send it to our email, which is tropicalcountry.tikimanradio@gmail.com. So,
Yeah.
but you can do it on the app just the same as everybody else. Tiki Man gets them. When he finally gets to them, he'll get them dispersed. That mailbox fills up very, very quickly. So he has a lot of mail that he has to filter through. So that's why I always give you kind of an alternative for us if you want to, and then I can get them, and then I can edit them and get them rated for air. So just another way of doing that. We want to thank our sponsors, JBL Travel Group, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Again, when you're planning your next getaway, give Joe Leo a call at 732-831-5200. Like you said, people think they're trying to save money by finding the best discount someplace else, and then they find out then they got screwed. And when you found out you got screwed, it's too late.
Yeah.
Because you should have called Joe Leo right from the beginning.
Next getaway is the Bahamas.
The Bahamas is the next.
St. John.
That's what I heard. That's rumor has it.
Sorry to interrupt.
We'll wait. No, that's okay. We'll wait for the official word. But yeah.
It was put out.
Oh, was it?
Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
And, of course, thank you to GTS Charters for sponsoring our live cam and sponsoring the show here for the last over 4 years now. And, of course, when you're down in Key West, give them a call at 305-916-0990. Book yourself a cruise and see what Key West really has to offer out there on that beautiful blue water.
Yeah.
And, of course, thank you to you who tune in each and every week. You got anything you need to say, pass along?
No, I just want to say I hope everybody has a great week, and say a little prayer for a friend of mine who I've talked about her before on the show. She had a YouTube, her and her husband were doing a YouTube thing there for a little while, and she was having some symptoms last night of a stroke, so they took her to the emergency room and found out that she has a very large brain tumor, and they are going to do some surgery on her. So just say a little prayer for the surgeon, say a little prayer for her and her family. Her son is only 6 or 7, and yeah, so just say a little prayer for them.
Oh, absolutely.
So
prayers up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you again. Remember, there will be no Tropical Country next Wednesday. We will return the following Wednesday.
I'll be walking the dog.
And then the Wednesday following that is still up in the air because I have another trip that I have to make. So
yeah.
So we will have to up future programs this month. This month is going to be a little hit and miss. I apologize.
Can you fly the plane?
So
I cannot fly the
She cannot fly the plane.
I was going to say you and I can do it.
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah, no.
Oh, come on.
What could possibly?
I know. Listen, they did a whole.
None of my equipment would ever work again.
It might.
Not.
I could be good. I was never allowed.
Yeah,
to
just like that. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you back here in 2 weeks. Take care.
Bye, y'all.
It's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the managers protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with its clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. Handsome tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool run, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last one near closing time. The final round chord as I strum the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's your toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.